Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to my channel. My name is Jenny. I'm a tropical Western astrologer for those of you that are new to me. For those of you returning, you know that I have never done this before, and I'm so excited. I'm going to be doing a daily update on the astrology of September 2025, the energy update. I'm going to be pulling a card on the astrology. I'm going to be talking about the energy of September because let's be honest, I've been coaching all year long on leading up to this month. This is eclipse season and oh, so much more. So, yes, I've always been saying that there's these five outer planets, four of them are changing sign in 2025. And the fifth one was Pluto that started the whole party in November of 2024, changing into Aquarius once and for all. And so here we are. Five outer planets changing signs within months of each other. This is unprecedented. Us astrologers can't find a time in history when this has happened. And yes, it does suggest new era energy, a whole new beginning, huge, huge, huge endings and closures for huge, huge, huge new beginnings. It's new earth, it's the new world, it's the new us. It's us connecting with our highest timeline. Okay. It's us connecting with our future self and getting onto that timeline that we know we belong on. So, what I'm going to do first is just give a quick overview of the September 2025 astrology, and then I'll go into each day. Okay. So, I'm going to share the screen. I hope you love the cosmic background. I got all this organized. Hopefully, I'm doing it right. Okay. Hopefully, I know what I'm doing. Okay. And so I'm sharing screen now, and then I'm going up here, right? Yeah, I'm going here, and then I'm going here, and I'm going to share this, and I'm going to present. Here it is, September 2025. Do you love it? Okay, so bear with me. I have not done this before on video, and so hopefully you can follow along quite well. And you can screenshot this so that you can get an overview and you can study this yourself. So I've done the research and I've been looking at the cosmos for September 25. And I've been coaching people not only about these five outer planets that I keep talking about, changing the new era and all that stuff, but I've also been coaching people that 2025 equals nine, and now September is nine. These are the endings that the cosmos have been urging us to close the door, stop doing the bad habit, say goodbye to that relationship that is no longer serving you. Get rid of the toxic or the old. Do we need to label it toxic? Maybe we do, but maybe what we're trying to say is that's the old version of us that is no longer going to be serving us in the new chapter. And so September 2025 is the pivotal. This is it. And I want to talk about the bigger picture that it's setting up for as well. Okay, so here we are, September 2025. Eclipse season is coming. Well, it was kickstarted. If you follow my videos, you saw that I said that it technically started on the August 2022 0 degree new moon in Virgo. So that was not an eclipse, but it was very eclipsy. It basically kickstarted eclipse season for September. So we're in it. Okay, we're in it. But here are the actual eclipses of September right here. September 7, we've got a full moon lunar eclipse at 15 degrees Pisces. So you need to know your birth chart. If you don't know your birth chart, by all means, reach out to me because we need to know where these eclipses are hitting our particular birth chart, the area of life. This is where we need to know what we need to close the door on, what we need to say goodbye to so that we can have the big, bold new beginning. And then September 21, we've got the new moon solar eclipse at 29 degrees Virgo. Okay, but sure, there's other things too in September of 2025, and here they are. Okay, Saturn retrograde goes into Pisces on September 1. So the first day of September. So we're going to talk about that for September 1. This is huge. Saturn is already retrograde and it goes back into Pisces on September 1. Mercury moves through Virgo and Libra all of September. Very, very fast energy. Uranus stations retrograde on September 6. That's like right before the lunar eclipse. That's right. And that's when Uranus stations retrograde. We've got Mars entering Scorpio on September 22. Again, very fast energy, just like Mercury. Fast forward. The inner planets, the personal planets, are all going forward in September. So we're going to talk about that. We've got the Sun entering Libra, and it's the autumn equinox, both happening on September 22. And we've got Venus will enter, this is another inner planet moving very fast, and it's going to enter Virgo on September 19. So that's sort of a quick overview of the other things happening in September, besides, of course, eclipses. So, just to summarize what all of this means, this might sound like a lot of astrological jargon. I just wanted to summarize what this energy of September is here. So, all of the outer planets except for Jupiter will be retrograde in September. Okay. While all of the interpersonal planets are direct. So that's very interesting. The outers are retrograde, the inners are direct. So this might feel like we want to move forward in our personal lives, but there's blocks and restrictions, like bigger blocks, red tape, like the you feel like you can't move forward because of all these big things in your way. It might feel like that in September, you know, also with all this eclipse stuff going on. And then the other thing is it might feel like it's a stall in our plan. But I want to encourage you that you just know that there is a bigger picture here and it's trying to unfold. And it's our higher self asking us for patience and focus and discernment and getting the job done right, not getting the job done fast. So that's what the outer planets versus the inner planets are doing. Inner planets, personal planets, all going forward and straight, quick, quick, quick. That's Venus, that's Mercury, that's Mars, that's the sun, quick, 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 quick. We know this energy well. But then the outer planets, so further away, we're not quite as in tune with them as we are the personal planets. They're all stationing retrograding, asking us to relook, reanalyze, and give it a stalled moment. And I strongly feel that it's actually the cosmos helping us because there's going to be such huge changes in all of our lives in September with these eclipses happening on the 7th and 21st. Of course, it's not on the day of. So for some people it is, but give or take, a 10-day period, stuff happens around eclipses. Stuff comes into our life, stuff ends. Big endings, big closures, big new beginnings, stuff that we never even could have imagined, stuff like this. So I feel like the cosmos are helping us with the outer planets going fast, or sorry, the inner planets going fast, but the outer planets asking us to slow down, have some discernment. Okay. We need to tap into our heart center so that we know what's the best direction for us. We need to have focus. Focus on the monkey mind. The monkey mind is going fast this month. Lots of overthinking, lots of monkey minding. But the outer planets are asking us to have some focus and do this on the daily and have some discernment. So I feel like there's such huge astrology happening in 2025. So, or in September, yes, in 2025, but in September of 2025, this is the crescendo. This is when it changes. This is when all of life is going to change for us. And it's almost like October 1st, 2025 is the new year. It's almost like that. It's almost like here is the new beginning. And it's setting us up for this huge conjunction that's happening in February of 2026. And we're going to be talking about that in these dailies, about how the cosmos are urging us strongly to have the focus, have the patience, work on the thing, set the boundaries, and make some big decisions so that by February 20th, 2026, when there's this huge conjunction that we're going to be talking about, it's going to change everything. And it truly is new era energy. And by then we have built the thing, right? By then we have focused on the thing, right? And I'm going to help you. I'm going to help you go through your birth chart so that you can know where this energy is hitting you. So that's what I'm going to be doing on these dailies. And I'm so excited to be here for you. This is the first time I've ever done this, like I said. So bear with me. I'm learning all the things along with you, and I am setting the structures and building the thing and making the dream a reality every single day and focusing on it every single day, which is exactly what the cosmos are urging us to do. So let's pull a card on just September 2025. Woo! It's coming out. They're coming out. Okay, they're coming out. Here you go. Here you go. We're going to put those back in and we're going to pull a card for September 2025. Here it is. Here it is. Okay, this is the card for September 2025. Knight of Wands in reverse. Oh, can you see it? There it is. Knight of Wands in reverse. So when he's upright, he's not quite the king. So the King of Wands is extremely magnetic and knows how to manifest all the things, and things just come to him so easily. So he's trying to get there, but he's not quite the king and he's not quite as magnetic as he wants to be. So this is sort of how we're feeling. Like we can feel this energy. It's extremely palpable. We're not exactly sure how to get there yet. We're not quite the king yet. I get it. We're all there. Okay. And so that's why I'm here to step you through this energy. I've said so many times, if I had a nickel for every text message that has come through from friends, family, clients going, what the heck is going on with these cosmos? I get it. It's a lot. So that's why I'm here. And we're going to look into every day of September, what is going on with the cosmos. And you're going to see that the first week, the first 7 days of September is so much. And so I'm really looking forward. Just even the first week of September is so much energy. So by all means, stick with me, ask me the questions. And if you like the way that I coach and I teach, then by all means, sign up with me in September because my prices will be increasing in October. I do one-to-one coaching. We can dive deep into all the things. I do astrology readings for chart reading for 1 hour, and I also have a membership. So check out my services, sign up with me this month, and follow me on these daily updates. Okay, September 21 has arrived, as has the solar eclipse in Virgo. 29 degrees of Virgo. It is here. This is the one that the astrologers we've all been talking to you about, and we've all been talking about that lunar eclipse that happened on the 7th, and now the solar eclipse on the 21st. And so I did these daily updates, especially in that sandwich time in between the lunar and the solar eclipses. That's when the energies are fierce. That's when we're feeling it on a global scale, on a personal scale. I was helping you navigate the energies on a daily. And today is no exception because today is the day. Let's talk about the actual astrology of it. What's happening today? First of all, I'm going to ask you to revisit these past eclipses that were in the Pisces North Node and the Virgo South Node, the years of 1987 to 1989. They go back way beyond that too, but we're just going to go back there. 1987 to 1989. That's when the North Node was in Pisces. The South Node was in Virgo, just like it is now, just like the eclipses are happening on this nodal axis now. They also happened that year. They also happened 18 years later, 2006 to 2008. So just think back to your life. What happened? What were the events? Did you move? Did your parents break up? Did somebody die? Did you get the job? Did you go to school? What happened? Did you get married? Did you have babies? So go back, watch my full over 1 hour, the lunar eclipse as well as the solar eclipse. And I tell you my eclipse story on this axis because it hits my 10th and my 4th. And so I always say when the eclipses hit the angular houses, whether it's the first, 7th, or 10th and 4th, okay? Those are the angular houses in your chart. When they hit those angular houses, which these eclipses do, big things happen. So also look at the nodal reverse years. So in other words, the Virgo North Node and the Pisces South Node eclipses. That happened in 1997 to 1998, and that also happened in 2015 to 2017. So that's when it was flipped, when the nodes were flipped. So it's still on the same axis, but the North Node is somewhere and the South Node has flipped. That happens every 9 years. And then it returns every 18 years to the same North Node. So, what happened in your life? I've got quite the story of what happened on these eclipses. I've had in the nodal reverse years, my dad died. And I also, in the year when it was Pisces North Node, I had my first baby and my second baby moved into a new house because it's on the 10th and the 4th. That's all about family, house, home, property. And then the 10th is the father. So all those things happened to me during those eclipse years. So not at all trying to scare anyone. Oh, your dad's gonna die. I'm just saying when they hit those angular houses of the father, the mother, the me, the we, those are the angular houses, right? The father is also the career house, and the mother is also house home property. The me is first house and seventh house, and we. First house is all things your body and the way that you show up. Seventh house is your closest relationship. So you might get married or you might get divorced on the first and seventh, and whereas the 10th and fourth, right? So look at those years. What happened in your life? What's your eclipse story? Do tell. Do tell. Okay, this particular solar eclipse is the sun and moon are together at 29 degrees Virgo. The south node is at 17 degrees. So it's a partial eclipse because it's not super close. The sun and moon are not super close because it's at 17 degrees. So that's what makes it a partial versus a total. Okay, so we had a Virgo full moon on August 23rd at 0 degrees Virgo. So just the last new moon. That's what makes it a blue moon, is if it's either a full moon or a new moon in the same sign. So the last new moon was in Virgo at 0 degrees. This one is a new moon on steroids because it's an eclipse and it's at 29 degrees. So go back, look at your moon journal. What were you setting your intentions for on August 23rd? And let's see, is the physical manifestation here on steroids or something huge? A new beginning, a new door is available for you to open and walk through. Is that happening at this new moon? You do not do the manifestation work at eclipses. You can buy my moon manifesting journal to learn all about the things, and I teach you how to manifest with new moons and full moons, but I highly advise at eclipses you just become the great observer. You don't do manifestation work because it can go awfully bad. So like say you make the manifest you set the intention at an eclipse. I want to move out. I want a new house. And then suddenly your landlord gives you the slip later that day. And it's like, oh, and then the universe is like, yeah, no, that's you said that's what you wanted. And it happens like on steroids at eclipses often. So it's like, oh God, I don't have a new place lined up yet. So it's like, just let the eclipses do what they're doing. If a door closes, a new one is going to be highlighted for you to be available to walk through. That is the promise of eclipses. They are the great timeline shifters. Sometimes it feels like a very hard left. Sometimes it feels extremely jarring at eclipses, and these energies that I've been walking you through every day, they're no joke. I totally get it. At the time of this new moon solar eclipse, there's a kite formation. I keep talking about the kite formation. So lots of trines, but also this opposition between the sun and moon, the king and the queen, and Neptune and Saturn. Okay. So Neptune and Saturn, I've been talking about every single day on these dailies because Saturn went back into Pisces on September 1st, my very first daily that I did. Okay, and it's part of a bigger picture. Saturn in Pisces is strongly urging us to work on our leaky boundaries. Our boundaries are leaky. Saturn does not like being in Pisces, and Pisces doesn't like boundaries. Think of Pisces as the great ocean. Do you think you can The ocean has its own agenda, okay? It's hard to make boundaries with the ocean. Okay. And floods happen, right? Floods happen. And so, are you working on your floods of energy? Are you working on the floods of shadows and triggers that are coming up? Because we need to make boundaries. We need to feel these feels. We need to take the step back, become the great observer, become neutral with these triggers that have maybe been triggering us our whole lives. So Saturn in Pisces is demanding us to work on it, set boundaries, build the damn thing, do it every day, have some work ethic for crying out loud, and do it in the Pisces house placement of our natal birth chart. Go to my 1 hour YouTube tutorial, all signs forecast on this particular solar eclipse because I walk you through an all signs forecast so you can find out the axis that it's on, whether it's the first, seventh, 10th, fourth, whatever house axis it's on, so that you can know where Saturn is and where Virgo is and where Pisces is, so you can know where the karmic release is. This new moon solar eclipse is a huge karmic release, and it's where Virgo is in your natal birth chart. Okay, so this back to Saturn and Pluto being opposite the sun and the king. Sorry, the sun and the moon, the king and the queen are opposite Saturn and Neptune. Saturn is reality, Neptune is dream. We are being encouraged to enter our own dream reality, but we need to work on it. We need to set boundaries. We need to build it. We need to make a damn decision and do the damn thing. Because on February 20th, 2026, we will have a conjunction of Saturn and Neptune, these two planets that are opposing this new moon solar eclipse. Saturn and Neptune are coming together at 0 degrees of Aries on February 20th, 2026. And that's the new chapter. That's the new era. That's the new Earth. Are you going to be available for it? Are you going to be available for it? Is your energy going to be completely depleted and drained, which is very common during eclipse season? A lot of us are feeling an energetic low because that's what happens. It can be very energetically draining when you go down rabbit holes of politics, rabbit holes of religion, rabbit holes of fighting and staying low with our vibration. That's what the powers that should not be want us to do. They want us to keep fighting. They want our energies low because when our energy is high, it is limitless. Our dream reality is available. All of the abundance awaiting us is available, just waiting for us. So, are we able to keep our energy high? Are we able to rewrite the script? Because this new moon solar eclipse is kind of demanding a new beginning times a million. It's a new beginning that perhaps we never could have even thought of. It's a new beginning we couldn't have even dreamed of. Okay, and we don't need to know the exact details of it. What we need to do is become the great observer, become as neutral as we can, and say, well, okay, I still feel very strongly about this thing, but I'm going to stay neutral. And I want to co-create something. Now, there's something inside you that wants to be created. And this new moon solar eclipse is offering this new beginning on steroids if we're willing to do the work. And by work, I mean daily focus. I mean daily inventory. I highly recommend journaling. Take a daily inventory. Where did my thoughts go? Where did my thoughts go today? And if they went down that rabbit hole of hate and politics and scarcity, that's okay. But this is what happened today. This is where my thoughts went. I'll try better tomorrow. And then tomorrow, you've had a good rest. Try again. And that's all we can do is try our best as each day goes. And that's what Saturn wants us to do every day. Set the new boundaries, try it again, keep working at it. Take note of what is reciprocal in our life. And if you're putting in way too much energy, like in a relationship or at work, if you're putting way more energy and you're not getting the same back, you need to take note of this. Saturn wants us to have boundaries. And so, are we taking note where our energy is going? Are we energetically depleted? This is all the stuff Saturn and Pisces wants us to get right. And it takes daily focus. This is work. A lot of people out there in the spiritual community, maybe they don't agree with me. Maybe they say it shouldn't be work. It should be all ease and flow. And one day I will live in that ease and flow. Some people call it 5D, that dream reality. One day I'm going to be there, but it's taking me every single day to focus my thoughts. It's taking me every single day to unlearn the programming. It's taking me every single day to deprogram the programs because we are programmed. And most of our programs are sizzled into our subconscious mind by age 7. And then most of us run on repeat daily. And a lot of people out there, they react versus respond. And so it takes me every day to not react, to respond, to notice where my thoughts are going, to do the unlearning. This takes work. It takes focus. And damn it, I'm worth it. And so are you. So we're not catastrophizing. But yes, a kite formation at an eclipse could definitely indicate disaster, natural disasters out there in the world, a disaster out there in the world. And it could also indicate a disaster in your life if you are available for disasters. And if a disaster hits you and you're thinking, I've done all this work, and a big disaster came, breathe and know that this was an ending that needed to happen, and there is a new door. There is a new opportunity awaiting you at this solar eclipse. It might feel gnarly and it might feel nasty because that's what the astrology kind of says. Let's look at it. Let's look. Let's look. Right here, September 21. Okay, what am I doing? I'm doing here. I'm doing here, September 21. September 21, all these things happen, right? Blah, 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 blah. And then yesterday, Sun exactly opposite Saturn, which alone like, is a very difficult astrological transit. So that happened yesterday. And also, Venus, which entered Virgo 2 days ago, and Venus does not like being in Virgo at all. So it's squaring Uranus yesterday. And like, these are like, wake up. This is like the universe saying, okay, you don't like it the way it is. And honestly, you deserve better. The universe wants better for us. Venus wants us to have that beautiful new beginning that the tarot said yesterday. So here's today, September 21, new moon, partial solar eclipse. The north node's at 17 degrees, and the new moon and the sun are both at 29 degrees of Virgo. It's a kite formation. There's a grand trine between Saturn and Neptune. They're conjunct, and they're trining Uranus and Pluto. These are like outer planets. They've all changed signs. Well, Pluto started the whole party in 2024, but the rest of these have all changed signs. I've been telling you in all of my dailies, all of my online tutorials that there are 5 outer planets. 4 of them changed signs in 2025 alone. Pluto started the whole party just recently at the end of 2024. And so that highly suggests that's translated as new world, restart, refresh, restart button, new era, new way of thinking, new paradigms, new world, a new way of being. Okay. Already, just those planets moving into new signs, all in the same year, within months, suggests new era energy. And so there is this grand trine between these outer planets at the time of this new moon on steroids, and it's opposite Saturn and Neptune. So, yes, there might be natural disasters on a global scale. or disasters in general on a global scale. We've been seeing that in the political forum. On a personal level, are you finally ready of your own BS and you're finally building your dream reality? Is it finally happening? Like, are you finally setting the boundaries? Are you finally karmically releasing the BS, the grudges, the victim stories? Are you finally karmically releasing the old stories, the programming that have been so programmed in your subconscious mind, and you just keep running on a negative loop and you keep reacting the same? Are you finally done with that? Even if that huge, awful thing happened to you, are you finally done? Are you finally rewriting the script of your life and taking back your power and you are no longer letting it energetically drain you? Let go of the grudges and the victim stories and the programming is what I wrote here. So it's a karmic release. So karmic releases are no joke. Okay, it's not easy. Like I told you, like I work on my mindset and my energy daily. It's my responsibility. It's nobody else's responsibility. I don't blame people anymore. I don't, the things that I do too, like a tip is like I don't gossip anymore. I used to gossip. Like everyone gossips, don't they? Especially growing up female. It's like it was like normal to gossip about people. Like I just don't go. I stopped gossiping years ago. And it's funny because when I stopped gossiping, I lost so many friends because it's like I just refused to gossip. And then you start to notice, like you become that great observer and you start to realize, oh, they're gossiping. And so you call them on it, or you realize, like, oh, a smear campaign has been set against me now. Oh, I'm being exiled. It's like you start to realize how negative gossip is. And so it just attracts like. And so I was no longer attracting like so many people in my life because I wasn't vibrating where they were vibrating. It doesn't make me better. I'm just saying I took very detailed focus every day to stop the gossip. And it's absolutely fascinating what happened in my life. That's just one example, right? So it's like you've got to take responsibility for yourself and you've got to set boundaries, however boundaries look. Like for me, a boundary, a hard new boundary was stopping gossiping, right? And that took daily work. So it's stuff like this. It takes daily focus. And then when you start, like if you're like, yeah, I'm going to stop gossiping, and then you start gossiping, and then you notice, like you start to notice when you're and you stop until the point where it's just not part of your reality anymore. It's just not part. Oof. Okay, we'll see if that card comes up. Okay, so where are you setting boundaries? Where are you doing the daily work? Where are you putting your focus? Where is your energy going? Are you energetically depleted, or are you gaining energy now? Are you available to witness and find and see and fall into this new open door? This door is open for you at this eclipse, but you've got to work on your shit. There has to be a karmic release. And a karmic release can be anything like an old grudge that is done, an old grudge, an old story, an old program, even a job that you know is crushing your soul, a relationship that is crushing your soul. You know what needs to go at this solar. It's a karmic release. You know that it's karmic. You know that the lessons have been learned, and I am now saying goodbye. So you'll know what you need to do so that this huge new beginning can come in. This is like a little teaser, a little sneak peek of what that February 20th, 2026 Saturn and Neptune coming together at zero Aries that I keep talking about. This is a little sneak peek and a hard left for a lot of us to get on the path to get to that dream reality for February 20th, 2026. That's new earth energy. That is new era energy. That is a whole new way of living. That is a whole new paradigm over there, and it's not far away. February 20th, 2026 is not far away. And so this eclipse here is strongly advising us to get onto that path. So the whole path might not be there, but the path is being revealed for a whole new beginning. Let's read the tarot. Let's read the tarot for this solar eclipse. Here it is. Strength card upright. Heart chakra, strength rules Leo. Leo rules the heart. This is a major arcana, so it's like this is the first card of my spread on the solar eclipse. This is a very powerful card. This is perhaps activating what happened during the 8/8 Lionsgate portal, because it was a very powerful Lionsgate this year. So that's at August 8th. There was a full moon on the 9th. It was a heart activating portal at the beginning of August. And so many of us felt it strongly. So many of us did some heart chakra healing. And so maybe that's the whole key and the whole secret to it all. Let's keep reading. Let's keep reading about this strength card that came up. Six of Wands. As a reader, the Sixth of Wands indicates victory. This says you will be victorious. Have you been working on your heart chakra? Did you feel the 8/8 portal like it was on steroids? Did you do some reprogramming of the subconscious mind because you knew that that was the path to freedom? Have you been making decisions from your heart? Because if so, you will be victorious. This card hasn't come up yet in all of my dailies, and I don't think the strength card has either. Let's keep reading. The Chariot came up. Okay, this was the card that came up for the full moon lunar eclipse that happened on the 7th. When I did my all signs astrology forecast, the Chariot came up in reverse. And I read it as, see, it's a two-headed horse, right? So there's a dark side and there's a light side to this creature. And it's mystical because it's up in the heavens, it's up in the skies. And so we all have this opportunity. We can go to the dark, we can go to the light. It doesn't matter. I'm not judging anyone. Hopefully, you're not judging yourself, and hopefully, you're not judging those around you. Stop with the judgments. Which way are you going? There are two ways we can go at this point. Like, there's not a million options out there right now. Like, it's like, are you coming to the light, or are you staying in the low hate and fear? It's love or it's fear. There's two ways we can go. These cards are extremely powerful and extremely positive, and they're all upright. We've had two major arcana so far. Let's see what the final one is. The Emperor, the third major arcana. The Emperor has not come up yet either. He is all four kings, the Emperor. So he is magnetic as fuck. Okay. Non-gender specific. He knows exactly what he's thinking. He knows exactly what he's doing. He is sitting on his throne. And the other thing about the Emperor is he's ruled by Aries. Okay, now Aries, I keep talking about that 0 degree Aries mark where Saturn and Pluto come together on February 20th, 2026. That is the beginning mark of Aries. And are you going to be like him on that date? Sitting on your throne, you are magnetic. You've worked on your energy, you've worked on your vibration, you've worked on your shit, you've done your shadow work. You're never truly healed. Like it's not like a and also don't get caught in that trap like I'm healing every single day. It just takes focus. It just takes focus to do this work. Notice where your energy is at, notice where your thoughts are at. And notice if you're making decisions from your heart or fear-based from your head. Because we can all get there. We can all get there like the Emperor on February 20th, 2026, when Saturn and Neptune are together at 0 Aries, the creation degree, the new Earth degree. That's the beginning of the whole zodiac, 0 Aries. And this new moon solar eclipse is activating the Saturn and Neptune together, right? Because they are together. They're not at that exact 0 degree Aries mark, Saturn has gone back into Pisces and degrees of Pisces, strongly urging us to set some boundaries, do the damn work, make your up your damn mind and do the damn thing. So we've got some work to do. We've still got some work to do, and Saturn is encouraging us to do so. And this spread here is the most positive spread that I have read yet today on the new moon solar eclipse, promising this spread is promising that dream reality that's the way that I intuitively interpret and translate Saturn and Neptune on February 20. That's the way I see it. That's the way I'm touting it, that it's a whole new beginning if we're willing to do the daily work. Empress is on the bottom. Oh my God. The Emperor and the Empress. She's all the queens and he's all the kings. It's the divine masculine and the divine feminine in full balance. I'm full body goosebump now. In equal balance. And isn't that what when we come from the heart, when we make decisions from the heart, when we make heart-led decisions, when we live from the heart and have compassion, breathe in compassion, breathe out love. Isn't that what happens? Our feminine and our masculine become balanced, and it's an easy raise of our energies, of our vibrations, so that this new earth, this new era, this new way of living is going to be an easy, it's like on our skis, just going down the mountain, or like on the lazy river, just floating along, listening to the tunes. Ease and flow is available to us if we're just willing to unlearn it, deprogram it, take radical responsibility, have the boundaries, know your worth, and discontinue giving your energy wherever it is not reciprocated. If you're giving all your energy to politics, what is politics giving to you? Nothing but a heartache. It's that country music song. Did we learn that? Nothing from country music. Notice your energy. Notice reciprocal energy. Is it being reciprocated? If not, end it. That's right. That's what Saturn wants you to do. End it. Notice where your thoughts are going and know your worth because it is available. This is the most positive read that I've done yet. I'm like blown away. Yesterday was quite positive as well. Today on the new moon solar eclipse, if the disasters are happening, the disasters are happening. Become the neutral observer. Send the love. Work on your energy. Work on yourself. When one woman heals herself, she heals every woman in her lineage before and after. All we need to do is focus on ourselves. And if people call you selfish, people call you selfish. Work on yourself. That's all we need to do. It's that simple. Okay, come back for tomorrow. The fall equinox tomorrow, day after the solar eclipse. See you then.